Good afternoon, students. Myself, Sanat Kumar Swai, and I'll be taking a special session on resume building related to your pre-placement training. Okay. Now, what is pre-placement training? As the very term placement means recruitment, right? So, once you pass out from the college, definitely you will be applying to various kinds of jobs. Okay, so there has to be some sort of pre-training, pre-placement training. Okay, so before you join a company, before you start up with the interview process, before you build up your CV or your resume, okay, how you need to prepare for the interview. So these all are under the pre-placement training. Okay. Now, what is most important when you start for your pre-placement training is that you have to build up your resume. Now, what is a resume? Resume is your credentials. I mean, what you have all done during your course of your academic career till to date. What you have done? What is your extracurricular activities? What is your achievements? What are your academic achievements? All should come under a piece of paper. So that is known as resume. Now, what is CV? And what is the difference between a resume and a CV? Both sounds same, both are actually same, resume and CV, but there is a major difference. And what is the difference? Difference is that resume is of one page. Okay, resume is of one page. CV may be any number. Okay, it may be one page, it may be two pages, it may be any number of pages. You can add additional pages as well. Okay, now who uses resume and who uses CV? Resumes are mainly for the freshers. Okay, for the freshers who are just pass out from the colleges. Now you people will be the freshers, because you will be just passing out of the college and you will be joining the company. You will be attending, preparing for the interview. So you will be termed as a fresher. And CV, a person who uses a CV, this is only for the experienced people. A person who is experienced, he has got a lot of data, who has got a lot of details which need to be put on his biodata. Okay, this both can be termed as biodata. Now, biodata is an outdated term, so we normally use as resume and we use as CV. Curriculum vitae. CV means curriculum vitae. Okay. Now, so when we start building our CV or building our resume, what all points need to be taken care of? Okay, how we need to build up our resume, that is very important, because that is the first point of contact. When a recruiter, they see you, they're not going to see you personally, they're going to see there's an interface between you and the recruiter. Okay, so that has to be very, very specific, that has to be very, very delicately it should be written up. Okay, now what you need to put on your resume? Okay, but if you go online, you will see that there are lots and lots of templates available online. You can pick any one of them, it's not a problem, but that should be very standard. Okay, that should include all your biodata, all your details should be adequately and properly, it should be put on your resume. Now, what are all those data which you need to put? Because there is no need to put all the unnecessary, irrelevant data into your resume. There's no point, because you need to put what all are important to your resume, what are to your job profile, and what are very essential you need to put. Let's have a look. Okay. So let's say this is your resume. Okay. On the right corner, you need to put your passport size photo. This is your photograph. But most of the students, they make a mistake, is that they put their photo, outdated photo, maybe when they have taken their matriculation, or maybe when they have applied their bank account, and that photo they put, because they have they said, okay, let's use that. But that is a very great mistake which they make, because you need to put your recent photo that shows your sincerity, that shows your positiveness towards the job you are applying. Okay. Each and everything minutely affect your shortlisting process. So you have to be very careful while building your resume. Okay. The photograph should be from a recent photograph. Now on the left corner, you need to put your name. Okay. Your name, your address, okay, your contact number, your email ID. Okay. Now name. Okay. What most of the students, they also make a mistake, that they put their half name. You need to put your full name, including your surname. Address, it should be correspondent. Okay. Write the correspondent address neatly. You don't need, if you are staying at that particular address, if the letter can reach to you, then only put that correspondent address. You don't need to put your permanent address, because there is no need, because if a recruiter wants to reach out to you, they need the correspondent address. Okay. So that the letter can reach to the correspondent address in a proper time. Okay. Now contact number. Contact number should be yours. Okay. It should not be your father's, it should not be your parents, it should not be your brother or sisters or any relatives. You need to give your own contact number. So if the recruiter wants to contact you directly, they can contact you directly, not through your father or not through your family members or any relatives. Okay. Now email, this is very important. Okay. What most of the students, they make a mistake, is that they use a very funky type of emails, like I am cool @gmail.com. Okay. These kind of emails, they carry a very negative remarks on your resume. So never ever use this kind of funky emails. Rather use your name. Okay. For example, my name is Sanat. So Sanat 123 @gmail.com. Okay. Or Sanat 2023 @gmail.com, whatever. Okay. So your name should be mentioned on your email ID. That is very important, because that gives a positivity within the recruiter who is going to recruit you, or who is going to shortlist your resume. Okay. Okay. Now what all details you are going to put on your resume? You don't need to put all the details on your resume, because that is not going to make a significant impact on your shortlisting process. Rather be specific, to the point. Whatever you're putting, that should be to the point, so that the recruiter can understand that what you are going to you want to convey to the recruiter. And one more thing, if you are putting something on your resume and the recruiter is unable to understand, or the recruiter wants to want some sort of elaboration from that particular detail, then think that your resume is not up to date. That's not up to date. The recruiter, when you go for the interview, the recruiter should ask you questions not relating to your resume. Rather, they are going to ask you something outside which is not mentioned in the resume. If the recruiter is asking you questions which is not mentioned in the resume, then you should be pretty clear that yes, your resume is up to date. You have put everything onto the up to the mark, and the recruiter wants to know something beyond your resume. The recruiter wants to explore you. If something is written on the resume, and the recruiter is asking from the resume, then you must be clear that the resume is not up to mark. Okay, so avoid details which is not specific, which is not relevant to the job profile you are applying for. Now what all details you need to put? The details should be, these are your personal details. Okay, very important. These are your personal details, because when the recruiter wants to contact you or they want to convey with you, they have to use your personal details. Now apart from that, what comes next? It is your academic details. Okay, what is your academic details? It should be in a chronological order, starting from your 10th to your present achievement, what you have done. Like maybe you have done B.Tech, or you have done your diploma, or your M.Tech, or your PhD, whatever. So that should be in a chronological order, like 10th, 12th, diploma, B.Tech, whatever. Okay, and everything should be mentioned. If that is your CGPA, if that is your percentage, if what is the total marks you have appeared, what is the total marks you have secured. Okay, everything should be mentioned, so that there is no confusion within the recruiter and you. Okay, so this is your academic achievement. Now your extracurricular activities. What is your extracurricular activities? Well, a lot of students, they have got their many kind of extracurricular activities. They pursue different types of activities in their pastimes. That's not a problem, but make sure that whatever extracurricular activities you are putting on your resume, you should really well adapt to it. What do you mean by well adapt? Well adapt in the sense, you should know each and everything in minute details. Minutely you should know that. Okay, let's, for example, we use the word cricket. Okay, a student, he is interested, his extracurricular activities is cricket, playing cricket. Okay, fair enough, not a problem. Okay, but the recruiter may ask you questions from related to cricket. Okay, what is the last match played by India? Where was the last match played by India? Who was the man of the match? Who was the man of the century? Okay, so these are the questions you need to be well prepared for if you are writing cricket in particular. Some people, they say that, okay, I love singing. Okay, no issue, that's fine, no problem. So you need to know the basic facets of singing, latest songs, or if you are into traditional songs, if you are into old songs, you need to know each and everything. Who is your best singer? Tell me few songs relate to your best singer. So these are few things you need to be well aware of if you are writing something in particular and you don't know about it. If you are not aware of it, then simply ignore it. Don't write anything which you are not aware of. Okay, very important thing. Okay, so this is all about your extracurricular activities. Sometimes what happens is that we put our reference. Okay, now what do you mean by reference? A person who is referring you. Okay, or sometimes what we have to do is that we have to give a recommendation letter. Okay, if you are studying in any college or university, sometimes you need to give a recommendation letter from your HOD or the teacher who has taught you, or somebody who has known you for the past couple of years, who has worked under you. I mean, you have worked under whom. So these all things you need to take care of while giving a reference. Okay, you cannot simply put somebody's reference. Okay, that if you are doing so, that is going to create a very, very negative impact if the recruiter comes to know that you are just putting a reference without somebody's knowledge. Never ever do that. Okay. Even if you are going to put somebody's reference, you need to ask them politely that, sir or madam, I'm going to put your reference, would you like to give me some sort of referral? Okay, so that is going to help you out. Okay, right. So this is all about the resume building. Okay, how you need to build up your resume, and what all important aspects you need to look for when you are looking for your resume building. Okay, and second is your, when you are, let's say for example, you are shortlisted. Your resume gets shortlisted. Now what is the next step? Okay. When you are invited for an interview, the most important thing is your dress code. How well you are groomed. You have to be groomed properly. Okay, your hair should be groomed properly, should be trimmed properly. You should have a very good outfit. Okay, outfit which is relevant to your interview. Okay, for the boys particularly, you need to wear a dark trouser, particularly a black trouser, a light shirt, full shirt, preferably, not preferably, definitely. Okay, a white shirt, or any light shirt would do. White shirt is preferably, but if you are wearing any kind of light shirt, that will also do, no issue. And for the girls, you need to wear any shalwar or our traditional wear, if something traditional in the wear, only particularly shalwar kameez. If you are going for an western outwear, then you need to wear a shirt properly tucked in, along with a skirt covering your knees. That is the basic and decent outfit for your interview. Okay. Now when you go for an interview, your posture says a very important thing. Okay, you need to be very confident. Okay, not overconfident. Students, they are very overconfident. That creates very negative impact. So you need to be confident. You need to answer everything confidently. Your posture should be proper. Okay, what is a proper posture? You need to stand firm. Okay, you need to have a eye contact with the recruiter. Okay, answer whatever you know, not try to bluff. If you don't know something, just simply say, no sir, I don't know, I'm not aware of this. Simply, no problem. That's not going to put not everybody knows everything, so that is not going to make a negative impact on your interview. Rather, you have to be very, very clear. You have to be honest. You answer everything honestly. Okay, but if you are saying something not honestly, if you are bluffing something, definitely the recruiter will come to know, and that will be a dead end for your interview process. Okay. Secondly, if you have done any kind of projects or internships. Okay, so if you have done any kind of projects or internship, definitely that is going to build up, I mean, make a strong pitch for your resume or for your interview process. But make sure that whatever projects or internships you have done, that should be relevant to your job profile. That should be relevant to your interview which you are going to give. Never ever put all those projects or all those in terms of which you have done, which is not relevant to your job role, okay, or even if you are putting, just in case, so that should also be in a chronology, in the latest should be on the front, and subsequently whatever you have done, that should be at the end. So these are the basic structure, basic important aspects of a pre-placement training while you are going for your interview, while you are building your resume building, while you are grooming yourself, while you are preparing yourself for an interview. So if you are looking, if you are taking care of all those things, definitely that is going to make a good impact on your interview process. So I believe we have taken care of, we have looked at all the aspects of the pre-placement training procedures, and I believe that if you look at all those in minute details and particular, definitely you will have a great success. That's all for now. Thank you.